The Milwaukee Bucks have found a star as Ryan Rollins, in the game that he was promoted as starter because Damian Lillard is out with a concussion, absolutely shined, and this could pay huge dividends going forward. We're going to break that down as well as discuss the massive Bucks win over the Raptors. But before we get into that all, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, about 80% of you who are watching right now haven't hit that subscribe button. Make sure to do so. It would mean the world to myself as we're on the road to 1,500 subscribers, and this is the place to be for Daily Bucks news. But everybody, the Bucks got a win. They finally got a win, and it was against the Toronto Raptors in very interesting fashion. And we have a lot to go over in this game. But most importantly, the Milwaukee Bucks took care of business at home in the Cup tournament, game one of it. And there's a ton of things to go over today. And most importantly, let's focus on the fact that the Bucks now have improved to their 3 wins on the year, which is something that we haven't said, and it's something that I thought I was going to say a lot earlier in the season. But looking at it from an objective point of view here, they still didn't play phenomenally. And the starters in this game were what I predicted in my video earlier today. It was Ryan Rollins, AJ Green, Brook Lopez, Giannis, and Taurean Prince. And Giannis had a solid game. Nothing too crazy, actually, out of Giannis tonight. It was very interesting because, again, Giannis is leading the league in points. He's 4th in the league in rebounding, and he didn't do either of those particularly crazy tonight. But we finally had a game where everybody stepped up. Now, I'm not saying the Bucks played a good game. I'm not saying that they played a great game. But what I am saying is that, for one, they were better than the Toronto Raptors, who are very bad. But AJ Green, I want to talk about him as well, but Ryan Rollins is going to be the focus for this one. Now, he did go out with an injury, and I have an update for you in this video regarding that as well, but he had 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and 5 steals, and he was the point guard replacing Damian Lillard, and man, oh man, did he have an absolutely electric game. And again, he went 4 for 12, but he had 4 out of his 7 3-pointers. He wasn't afraid at all, and he looks like somebody who could be a star for the future for this Milwaukee Bucks team, and someone who can actually help play alongside Dame, man that second unit, be the point guard off of that second unit. They can actually help them get some more wins, because as you're looking at this team now, Giannis finally got some help. 12 points out of Ryan. AJ had 12 points. AJ Green, Brook Lopez was hitting some shots. And we're going to get into the fact that they shot like a record number of threes. They went 16 for 56, which was a terrible percentage, 28.6. But that's not really the point of this the video. The point is Ryan Rollins. But what a game out of Ryan Rollins. And he looks like someone that could be a huge factor going forward for this team. We also saw AJ Green. I loved what I saw from AJ Green. Yes, he went 4 for 14. He's still, yet his only shot attempted on the season for AJ Green is still 3-pointers. And the amount of 3-pointers the Bucks shot tonight was just absolutely absurd. We saw Pat Connaughton have another kind of rough game. Andre Jackson Jr. was a plus 18 in his minutes. And again, he's a bit too passive. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to be able to actually create for himself offensively. But he was a plus 18, great defensively, and solid facilitating. So there's a lot of things to go over here. And let's start with, again, like I'm saying, Ryan Rollins is going to be big. And if you're interested about Ryan Rollins, we do have an injury update on his front. But 12 points, 5 boards, 5 steals, 3 assists, 22 minutes, 57% from the 3-point line. I think he can be a next star for the Milwaukee Bucks team. I think he can continue to work behind Dame, learn from him in practice, and really just become a really good role player. And if you're learning from one of the best point guards we've seen in recent memory in Damian Lillard, then you're going to be in for a very good, test going forward. And you see a ton of people, we need to sign Ryan Rollins to a full contract right now. We need to do all this. Of course, right now he's not in a full contract. And we got an update on his injury. So we know that in the game, Ryan Rollins is out for the rest of tonight's game because of left shoulder instability. When that came out, a lot of fans were nervous because, again, we really need him. And it's funny because coming into the season, if you told me, hey, we needed Ryan Rollins right now, it would be one of the crazier things we've heard. But Ryan Rollins spoke after the game. It's not a serious injury, so I'll be back next game anyways. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Obviously, you never know how injuries feel the next day, but Rollins seemed pretty optimistic that he'll be able to play tomorrow night versus the Pistons. And again, they are on a back-to-back. They play the Pistons tomorrow night. Again, they're probably going to be cautious with it, so if he's not feeling completely up to par, they might sit him. But again, you're at the point now where the Bucks they've played so well that I don't know if it's something that you can, they've played so well. They have not played well whatsoever. Let me be very clear. But Ryan Rollins has played so well, especially in this first game of him starting the season. You want to give him another chance to do it. He was doing everything. He was being great defensively, great offensively. And the team was actually just playing solid. And again, they shot a ton of threes. 56 is It's almost record level. And they didn't hit as many of them. But I loved the aggressiveness from AJ Green. He started off 1 for 2, and then he missed his next 4, and then he kept shooting. Every time he was open, whether that was a pass from Dame, whether that was a pass from Ryan Rollins, he would shoot the ball. And what you have to be when you're a young player in this league, or even just someone at this point now on a Milwaukee Bucks team who has not been able to have many creators, you need to shoot the ball. And he was not afraid. He would shoot it every time he gets it. And again, he needs to continue to do that. He needs to shoot the ball every chance he gets. He needs to go out there and let it fly. And he did it very well. And he still contributed some other things as well. He was getting on the glass with 5 boards, just solid for him. 3 assists, 2 steals. And again, he's still yet to attempt a 2-pointer. So I don't know if he's going for some kind of personal and NBA record here. But he's shooting the ball so well. Even on an off night tonight where he goes 4 for 14, he still saw a crazy impact from him. And Giannis, again, he only missed 3 shots. His free throws continued to be a bit disappointing, but a solid game from him. And Taurean Prince, he's been one of the better 3-point shooters on the team alongside AJ Green, but he doesn't shoot a very high volume. But he did some things tonight, 9 points, 7 boards. Like, he's fine. I still don't love him, but it's all right. Bobby Portis off the bench took a ton of shots. He was fine. Defensively, again, is still a problem. I'm not sold on Portis. I think they should chip him out to try to get an upgrade. Connaughton, DeLon Wright, Andre Jackson Jr. I like Ajax. I'm still, again, I'm not huge on DeLon Wright or Pat Connaughton. And Ryan Rollins, like Doc Rivers said a few days ago, DeLon Wright has lost a spot to Ryan Rollins on this team, and it makes total sense. And again, in games like this, you can probably play Pat Connaughton, DeLon Wright a little bit, especially when you're so undermanned. But something interesting is Gary Trent Jr., again, coming off of his injury a little bit, he is just not in the rotation now. And he started off historically bad this season. And you have so many other guys that are playing well, specifically AJ Green and Ryan Rollins, that you just don't really need Gary Trent Jr. right now. You have to ride the hot hand, continue to ride the players that are playing well, and that's what they're going to be doing. But again, the star of the show tonight was Ryan Rollins. I think he can be, again, I say their next star. He still has a lot to prove, but they may have found an absolute hidden gem. And on the Raptors side of things, I mean, as a Bucks fan, Grady Dick impressed. Grady Dick has been very solid. He got to the free throw line a ton. He was great at drawing fouls, so shout out to him. But no one else in this team really did anything. And again, they're without a lot of guys. They're without Quickly. They're without Scotty Barnes. They're without a lot of their big players. But I mean, again, they're not a very good team. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it wasn't the most impressive win. But hey, they got it done. Ryan Rollins is a beast. AJ Green continues to shine. Run this lineup back tomorrow. Run it back. Let's see what happens against a bad Detroit Pistons team. And folks, we are only 2.5 games back of the 3 seed. If they can go on a mini roll, the East is disastrously bad. It is historically bad. And if they can go on a bit of a roll, take care of business against the Pistons, slowly start to get healthy, get Dame back. Now, again, run with the same lineup, assuming Dame is out. But if Dame is back, you keep Ryan Rollins in this lineup. You shift AJ Green to the bench. You see what happens. Or maybe you get Ryan Rollins to run the backup point guard spot because AJ Green's a more natural spot-up shooter to play alongside Dame. Whatever it is, there is promise in Bucks land. They're 2.5 games back to the 3 seed. I'm buying into this. Again, they're playing a bad team, but I think they can figure this out. If they win tomorrow, they could be as soon as or as close as to 1.5 games back. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on all that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.